While solar panels are built for decades of service, the transmission cables connecting them are subject to a specific set of failure modes, most notably internal insulation breakdown that moves from the conductor outward. On a rooftop, daily thermal expansion cycles combined with intense ultraviolet exposure gradually alter the molecular structure of the cable's protective jacket. This degradation is often invisible during a standard visual inspection, as the physical cracking can remain microscopic while still compromising the cable's dielectric strength. To detect these hidden failure points, technicians must use a Megger tester to inject high-voltage DC into the cable. Interpreting this high-voltage response correctly provides a window into the health of the system's most vulnerable safety barrier. A frequent error in the field is treating an insulation resistance tester as a standard multimeter, essentially confusing a continuity check with a true insulation test. A continuity test verifies the mechanical integrity of the circuit, confirming that current has a path to flow from one end of the copper conductor to the other. An insulation test, however, measures the ability of the surrounding material to contain that current and prevent it from escaping into the environment. A cable can show perfect continuity while insulation fails. In high-voltage DC systems, a simple continuity pass provides zero data on the safety jacket's health. The Megger tester calculates the specific microscopic current that successfully breaches that outer jacket. Relying on continuity checks alone for solar array maintenance creates a false confidence in wiring that may already be electrically compromised. To evaluate cable health, Megger testers utilize a specific derivation of Ohm's law. The tester applies a fixed voltage, measures jacket resistance, and calculates leakage current. When resistance drops from damage, leakage current spikes, allowing electricity to arc to the mounting rail. This shift is governed by the power dissipation formula, P equals I squared R. High leakage current flowing through a resistive fault generates intense, localized heating at the exact point of the insulation damage. Standard AC grids have a zero crossing that naturally extinguishes arcs as the voltage alternates. DC solar systems lack this cycle, providing a constant flow of energy. Without a zero crossing to interrupt the path, the localized heat from a leakage fault can transition into a permanent, self-sustaining arc fault. Microscopic leakage provides the mathematical foundation for localized heating, which can eventually escalate into a rooftop fire. While the Megger is a precision diagnostic tool, it can become a destructive force if the solar array isn't properly isolated. Never test live solar conductors or strings still connected to the system architecture. A Megger injects an elevated DC voltage pulse traveling instantly down the line. If this pulse reaches unisolated inverters, it exceeds semiconductor voltage limits, instantly destroying the electronics. The mandatory first step is physical disconnection. Isolate the strings from charge controllers, DC optimizers, and monitoring hardware. Always verify zero voltage with a multimeter before connecting the Megger. Solar panels maintain lethal voltage as long as they are exposed to light, regardless of the disconnect switch position. Large hybrid inverters often contain internal capacitors that hold a charge after shutdown. These must be allowed to discharge fully before any testing begins. Testing without total physical isolation risks turning a safety check into a total system failure. A common misconception in solar maintenance is that any reading below 100 megaohms is a failure, and that healthy systems must always show infinite resistance. In reality, insulation resistance is tied directly to the total physical length of the cable run. As cable length increases, measured resistance naturally decreases. A longer cable has more surface area, creating more baseline paths for microscopic leakage current to flow. Variations in wire gauge and cable temperature also influence these readings, shifting the baseline for what counts as a normal measurement. Effective diagnostics rely on tracking relative degradation and performing string-to-string comparisons rather than searching for a universal magic number. One of the most difficult variables to account for in the field is intermittent water ingress, often found in poorly crimped MC4 connectors. Morning condensation can provide a conductive path across damaged insulation, causing a sharp temporary drop in resistance. As the rooftop heats up in direct sunlight, this moisture evaporates. The cable appears to recover high resistance, even though the physical defect remains. A cable that passes a test on a dry afternoon may still fail during the next rain cycle, potentially creating a hazardous leakage path. Identifying these transient faults requires comparing morning and afternoon readings to ensure the hardware is truly stable. A professional workflow begins with strict physical isolation and multimeter verification to ensure the circuit is de-energized. Technicians must then account for capacitor discharge times before selecting a test voltage that aligns with the manufacturer's specifications. The resulting data should be analyzed against parallel strings and historical trends, adjusting for local humidity and temperature. Once the test is complete, the cable must be safely discharged to dissipate any stored capacitive charge before it is reconnected. Proper insulation resistance testing serves as a data-driven checkpoint, allowing technicians to identify and replace compromised conductors before they trigger an arc halt or an inverter shutdown.